And so, we're back on this persecution note, man. They're talking some more about it. I talked briefly on my last recording how, it's forcing me now to become more personal. So, now I'm going to, open up my world a little more, because you realize that what these people are doing with that city, those that jealous Antichrist, satanic demon cult, or those influential figures that, they work together and collude with, these, other people, and other influential figures, to exile one man for his talent, keep his talent from being shown, made manifest, to hide one person, just pretty much prevent the success or prosperity or the furtherance of the gospel through it. And so, a number of things is being implemented on me right now, as as you could probably, guess at this point, considering all I've already disclosed and the fact that it's still an ever-present thing, I'm still under attack. The country is Antichrist. That's the only explanation for this. It's 100% Antichrist. That's how this is still possible right now. Because, you got the same influences, proven for a lot of murders and all this stuff. They still remain in the same position. The Bible and the Proverbs talked about this, they were like, people combine against you. That's what they're doing. They combine to try to make me destroy my own art. With no reason. There's tons of artists and people, they're not bothering, they're not messing with them. Nobody is worried about other people. Anything they're saying, they're just worried to focus on my life. To the extent to where, it's more than just my, I've been talking about the sabotaging of my livelihoods. Yeah, it's deeper. It's also my homes. They actually, on the false, for all these years, they've been like deep, deeply embedded in my life, man. And it's been the strangest thing ever, man. You see people that it's just a lot of strange things that's happening right now. That's and it's like it's always against my life. The main thing is how, people, or how these persecutors consider, me, when them knowing that I know the nature and the gravity of what already had transpired, how my life is permanently sabotaged, with irreversible, methods and things dished to my flesh, that can't be repaired ever. And me knowing that, it's like, why, why would they even think for a second that I would be, considering, ever being on any kind of, speaking terms or any kind of communication terms with them. And so you see, coincidentally, all these things happen. Just like recently, man, in my own livelihoods / homes, they sabotage it. They try to bully you out of it. It's the same thing I've been through past seasons. I worked at warehouses, grocery stores, all over the place. Every last one of them I got bullied out of. Then I got into my current profession, and this happened. The same exact thing has happened already, at least about 4 to 5 times already. And, here I am, and then the same thing is happening now. Like, they try to make the circumstances so unbearable for you to where, you have no choice but to run out to homelessness. And it's crazy because, something like that actually happened to me, recently. And, it was another attack on me actually today. I called it in, pretty much, to bring awareness to the situation. And then I had, my control, things working fine. Well, it's crazy. After a while, it went right back to being sabotaged again. You feel me? So it's back unbearable again. And so the first thing, so first when I said, I voiced to myself in my own privacy, in the privacy of my own home and livelihoods, as it always has been, I said that, okay, I'm going to report this. I'm going to post this on social media. I said that to myself. Well, I go on Twitter, the first thing I see is the things that they try to enforce and impose on me. So it's like, it's a country, it's like, it's massive. It's like as if, it's like supremacy, like the supremacy has gotten like a pass to do whatever they will to my life. And then you got satanic cults and people they're supposed to support you, but they're passively in favor of it, or either they're scared. I don't know what it is, but it's like basically I have nobody helping me. Nobody helping me fight. I already proved long running crime situation. Nobody is a prosecuting, nobody involved. Everybody's still free. They know the guilty. They doing nothing about it. You know, they see the truth. They see the evidence. They're still doing nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm an eyewitness of, you know, these atrocities. That they're not acknowledging that. You know what I'm saying? They're still antagonizing me in spite of me, you know what I'm saying, showing the truth, evidence that, you know, persecutors are, you know what I'm saying? I mean, they're guilty. They guilty of extreme hate crimes, you know, race crimes, discriminations, all this kind of stuff. I've been going through the whole time. So it's like these influential figures got to pass by the Antichrist structure to persecute Jesus Christ, a servant of the Lord. You know? And so that's been like a constant situation, man, you know. So it ain't nobody really fighting for God. That's how you know it's no longer under God. Nobody's fighting for God. You know, this is plain sight, blatant. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, it's all the people in the nation, man, and nobody, you know, can't really prevent or interrupt or disrupt, you know what I'm saying, these Antichrist structures, principalities and stuff from preying on the life of a person for just their race, you know, their religion and their extraordinary talent. And so, you know, pretty much their philosophy is, you know, I can't be talented and make money. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's another thing. Another philosophy it is, I can't be talented and make money. Think about it. Why? Consider everything else that I've gone through and been already exposed. Why? Why is that? And so they put me in a position by, you know, somebody by the fact that the situation has yet been disrupted from all the way from 2014 and now. You know, then that puts me in a position of having this, you know what I'm saying, speak about these things. And so when they do certain things like this, they do other stuff at the same time. You feel me? In order to, I guess, graft me to those realities unrelated to me. You know what I'm saying? And they still not doing anything about that either. You know what I'm saying? It's a frame. It's like America is committing a murder and they're just sitting by and just allowing it to happen. You know what I'm saying? They're knowingly, willfully committing the persecution of a servant of the Lord, and then they doing it because of how they benefited at God's expense, out of jealousy. You know? So, I mean, you can't blame it on one person, it's everybody, feel me? Because everybody knew. So I'm like, well, it's been a situation, man. They trying to destroy me, man. They trying to take me out. I mean, my faith still in God. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just destructions. It's like satanic cults. It's the influences that they got caught lying. You know, they got caught hating. They got caught being inauthentic. Everybody see it. Everybody know. You know what I'm saying? They unchecked. You know what I'm saying? This is nothing real about this place, man. It's like it's Antichrist. I mean, I was born here. So, I mean, it's just like, man, what else can you do, man? I'm being, you know what I'm saying? They inflicted my life. You know, they inadvertently committing, trying to facilitate murder. You know what I'm saying? Or get me into positions of doing so. So, I mean, it's a constant, you know, active evil situation. You know, faith still in God. Yeah, man, it's getting worse. You know, they're not, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I mean, you can see by my testimony way back then, this situation is something that was allowed to happen, man. On purpose. I never bow down to y'all, Baphomet. I never ever bow down to you, Antichrist. You feel me? And I don't get it. Like, they try to like graft me to different realities in order to destroy my stuff. But I don't see this next man that's talented author or artist, you know what I'm saying, being grafted to, you know what I'm saying, certain parts of society that's against, that would be by the book, you know what I'm saying, against the things and the substance of their content. That's weird, you know, like, so I'm like, those people not being considered, you feel me, like that, you feel me, that valiant, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's a lot of those with the things that they've said, and, you know, I feel like they're way more qualified and brave. I feel like, you know, I feel like they stuff, you feel me? I mean, and that's what it is. Like, it's kind of like threatening, you feel me? And I'm not down for it because I don't, you know, I love my stuff, you know what I'm saying? And I see everybody else stuff and it's fine. So I'm like, no, my stuff fine too. You feel me? I'm a great too. I earned mine the hard way. You know what I'm saying? I disproved the lies, slander, whatever basis they had and created these false arguments on. All that's dead. You feel me? There ain't no reason for them to still be messing with my life like that. Unless they did this on purpose, in which everybody guilty. And my blood is on everybody's hands. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been a star since like 14. International. So nobody can't say they didn't know about me. So, I mean, that's been the situation. So then, you know, now, man, it'll be a false image if, you know, something, if for some reason I can't exist. You know what I'm saying? If for any reason I can't exist, you know what I'm saying? For any reason, whatever reason I can't exist and enjoy the same rights as their children, you know what I'm saying? Or the children of people who don't follow God and things like that, then the whole country Antichrist. You know, even the highest parts of the country was contacted years ago already, and it still proceeded years after. So I mean, that's not my problem. I did everything I'm supposed to do. All I'm doing is following Christ. Man, what? For being a servant of the Lord? And so this been the situation for the longest. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? They ignoring the negligence. You know, they're allowing these demons, demonic, physical, influential figures, you know what I'm saying, to prey on somebody's life to assimilate their material into different cultures. You know what I'm saying? It's a mammoth scam, man. And nobody don't value Christ Jesus in America, obviously. Because if so, then justice would have been served already. You know what I'm saying? They don't value Jesus. So I mean, no matter what happens to me though, they can never claim the name of Christ or of God ever again. And that's facts.